Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Humanitarian Transformation Network Human Rights Series by Candace. Hope everyone is having a blessed day or night wherever you reside. I hope everyone is having a great week. And thank you for joining my Humanitarian Transformation Network. And we are going to be speaking about human trafficking and how it applies today. I am a socioeconomic researcher, and I have been a socioeconomic researcher since 2013. And I am as well federal as well. I forget to mention that. Based upon my research, I am a federal contractor that, due to my pharmaceutical research, I got accolades from the Obama administration. So I have been doing things to bring awareness to a lot of things that have been occurring um, in the United States and all around the world, because there's a lot of things that are being put under the radar that we need to really focus on. And one of my series was human rights, where I spoke about all the articles of the human rights and how it applies to our daily society. And this is very important for us to bring awareness to, because there's drastic changes that need to be made for humanity, to start treating people with dignity and respect, and understand that all human beings are human beings, and no other human being is greater than another human being based upon their profession, because it seems, or the amount of wealth that they have, because it seems some human beings feel like because they have power and they have wealth that they can do things to other human beings, which is not correct, because they are a human being as well. And a human being, we all look like human beings. We're just different races and colors and ethnicities and nationalities, but we are all human beings. We were all born human beings. And we're going to die human beings. So it doesn't matter what type of status that you hold, you are still a human being. And with human trafficking, it is, close to my heart, because I am a homeless women's advocate, and I am a human rights consultant as well. So, being a woman, this really hits home to me, because I have encountered a lot of women that have been going through human trafficking, being homeless. So I decided to do a series about this, because there's a lot of homeless women out there, and a lot of other women that are in very abusive situations. And I could speak about this because I as well, I was in an abusive situation myself, long time ago, but yeah, it still impacts women, no matter how long ago it still impacts you if you were in a abusive type of situation. And there's a lot of molestation going on, which I can also speak about, because there was things in my uh, childhood that I experienced as well. So these women are going through. So this is why I can talk about all of this. But I'm going to dig right in, and I'm going to talk about some things, statistics that I researched. And we're going to go on all week, and we're going to focus on human trafficking. According to the Bureau of Justice, I'm going to be looking to the right, y'all, because I have my notes here. I don't have them memorized. Okay. According to the Bureau of Justice, the human rights trafficking cases reported between January 2009 and June 2010. Now, these aren't, up to date, but this is what I found, so far. Um, Sex trafficking victims were more than likely to be, listen to these percentages. These percentages are just, it's insanity. 20, 26% were white, 40% were black, compared to labor trafficking victims who were more likely to be Hispanic at 63% or Asian at 17%. So let's talk about this a minute. Okay. So 26 40% of blacks are sold into sex trafficking. Okay, they are used for sexual purposes. And then Hispanics and Asians, more of Hispanics at 63%, are trafficked for labor to work for free. And as an African American, we understand this because of the slave trade. Okay. African Americans, you know, decades ago were used for labor trafficking. Labor is just working for free, basically. And that's what a lot of African Americans in the slave trade did. They worked for free. So this is what is actually happening to the Hispanic population, but I believe it's gotten a lot better, compared to what African Americans had to endure in the slave trade. They had to work for free, and you know they didn't get a free pass anywhere. They just were bondage into slavery. And then only 17% of Asians are trafficked for labor, which is a very small number compared to whites. Well, I'm not even going to say whites because whites is only at 26%. So the most races that are being exploited in the human trafficking, whether it be sex or labor, are Hispanics and blacks. So society looks upon Hispanics and blacks as the low hanging fruit because of the color of their skin. And they use them for their personal benefit, which these are, no matter black or Hispanic, they're still human beings. And they shouldn't be used as pawns for people to sex traffic or to use them for their labor benefits. It's just they're human beings and they should get the equality just as any other race does, because they're a human being as well. Just because, and it really like ripes my skin about this. People cannot, people cannot, how do I want to say it? You can't blame a person of what color they came out of their mother's womb. You can't blame that person. And you can't look down on that person because the color of their skin. That's how they were born. And for another person to look down on another human being, to look down on another human being because and then blame that human being and look at that human being as low hanging fruit because they came out a different color than them, you can't blame that other human being. And so all this, racial injustice that is going on today, all of it is just a farce because people cannot change how they were born. What the color of their skin, they can't change it. Well, people do bleach their skin, I understand that, you know but they still cannot change who they are. You can't bleach your whole body. You might be able to bleach your face, but you can't bleach your whole body. Okay, you're still going to be that color regardless. So I really don't understand this, racial and injustice that's going on, because everybody is a human being, no matter what. No matter if you don't like somebody because of the color of their skin, that is not their fault. That is your own internal uh I guess thing that you have to deal with you. You need to heal. People need to heal from that, because people can't, change how they were born. They can't change the family that they were born in. They can't change that. We can't go back and change the past. We can't do that. This is just how the human being came out. Okay, they came out brown, they came out um, white. They came out, uh, what do you call that? Mixed in between. And now, in this day and age, you really can't speak about that because there's so many multicultural races, coming together, breeding, they have families, okay? You have Hispanics, dating blacks, Chinese dating, Hispanics, you name it. Okay, people are culturally mixing right now. So you really can't talk about racial injustice. You're gonna hear my dog bark. Okay. Shh. You're gonna hear my dog bark. Hey. Sorry, y'all. He hears everything. Okay. He hears everything. Hey. Shh, I'm doing a video. Sorry, y'all. Okay. He's a little chihuahua. He's a cutie, but yeah, he hears everything. His ears is like this, and he hears everything. Okay. So sorry about that. But anyway, that we're all multicultural now. We're all intermingling. Even our our children, they're all intermingling, with different races and cultures and all of this. We're all intermingling. And even with religious factors, that is out the window as well in this day and age, because a lot of you might have a Jewish person married to a Christian person, and you might have a Baptist married to a Muslim. Everybody's intermingling right now. So I don't understand this, this inequality stuff that's going on, because it's all nonsense. Because we are all human beings. We are not born based upon our religion. We're not born based upon a religion. Okay, nobody is. We're all born human beings. We are not born based upon the color of our skin. Okay, we are not. We are not born based upon, I don't know why I got off on this topic, but I think it's important. We are we're not born with our wealth and our professions, okay? Who we become. We're born human beings. That is not part of the equation. So I don't understand. And so this is very for people to understand and comprehend of the nonsense that's going on in this day and age, because we're all human beings, no, regardless of what. We're all born with mouths, nose, eyes, hands, necks, okay, arms, legs, we're all born with all of this because we're all human beings. So anyway, let me go on. California consistently has the highest human trafficking rates in the United States, with 1,507 cases reported in 2019. And yesterday I stated there is over 200, there's 200,000 human trafficking cases throughout the United States in 1 year. That is a lot of people. And I'm going to talk about something else that I was brought to my awareness. Um, there's a lot of African American people missing. Lots of them. I'm not sure what the number was, but I think it was. I might be wrong, but I'll redouble check and I'll discuss it tomorrow. But I think it was over like a million. A million African American people are missing. Why is that? You know, where are these people? What happened to them? Where are their families? Why isn't anybody talking about this? That is a lot of African Americans missing. Okay, but when you see an Amber Alert come on, um, and of a Caucasian or Hispanic, okay, you don't see African Americans. That's a million African Americans that are missing, and no one is discussing this. What is happening to Americans? And as well, I'm going to mention this. Um, there was a recent study that African American women in California are dying before and after childbirth. Where are their children at? And why is this happening? So, we really need to bring awareness to things, such as this, because people aren't talking about stuff like this. And it just, behooves me how people, good people with good hearts, with good souls, who love humanity don't speak about things like this. Who are you? Are you part of these, things? Someone has to speak up about this, because, there is good human beings out there. And, we really need to fight for those who, cannot fight for themselves. Because that's a lot of people that are missing, over a million. And I told you, don't quote me, but well, you can quote me, Google it. Okay, you can Google it yourself, because I'm going to do a little bit more research and find out. But I did hear that the other day, because I was so shocked. I was like, a million? That's a lot of people just vanished, gone, and nobody knows where they're at. Nobody's looking for them, nothing. That is devastating. Okay, so, you know, I don't understand where all these human beings are going. Where are they going? They're human trafficking, and then they're just missing, and no one's looking for them. So, we really need to look and see where the evil is coming from, because it's evil. These are not godly people. These people are evil that are doing this. And these people need to be brought to the forefront who are doing this. Okay, because these are crimes against humanity. Okay, no matter how you look at it, these are crimes against humanity, and there's laws in place for that. So we really need to look deeper into what's really going on, and where are these people, and why is there 26% of white and 40% of blacks being sold into sex trafficking? What is the purpose behind that? Why are why do they have, and the Hispanics for labor? Why is there such high percentages for blacks and Hispanics? We really need to dig deeper into this and find out why and who is doing this, and and bring more awareness to it. But like I was saying, the highest rates in the United States of human trafficking is in California. I have to look it up, because I think New York as well. Okay, because New York has a lot of human trafficking, because it's a big state, and I know for a fact New York has a higher number. They just didn't report it, apparently. But cases consisted of sex trafficking cases, labor trafficking, both sex and labor, and some unspecified. So some of them are being sold for both sex and labor. And I actually seen that in a movie that where they were doing the sex and the labor. So, that's a big issue that, and that goes on to businesses. These businesses, and, me being a prior in the corporate accounting world, and, government accounting, I, have, I actually was going to work for the IRS, but I changed my mind. They asked me to work for them. I changed my mind. I was like, when I graduated college, I was like, I don't know if I want to work for the IRS. People will target me. But anyway, so I decided not to. But I've always been a supporter of them, of the IRS, because me being an accounting professional, I believe in audits. I believe in audits because, me being in the accounting profession, there's some shady stuff that goes on, okay, in some businesses that are being hidden. And it's not only in the United States, all around the world, stuff are, that's why they have the, what do you call that? The black market, that is real. Okay, that is very real. So there's a lot of things going on. So, me personally, I think a lot of these businesses, corporations, and even government entities, they need audits, and they need outside audits, not companies that they know. Okay, they need someone that is not associated with that company or that government entity, because there's a lot of things going on in that aspect. But let me keep going on the human trafficking. Okay, I digress, y'all. I know I digress. Okay, but I have so much information because I've been doing this a long time. Okay, and so I just want to as it comes up, I speak about it. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that. Okay. So bear with me. Okay. So what we need to do in regards to human trafficking, because I know as a homeless women's advocate, I ran across a lot of women, and they had nowhere to go, no one to talk to, and some women had even went to the police department, and some of the police don't even believe them. Because some of them are in the escort business, or whatever they do, prostitution, but they also can be human trafficked as well. Actually, they're prime suspects that they look for, because they know they're vulnerable and they need money. So a lot of them get put in precarious situations, where they're human trafficked, and then or raped. So when they go to the police doesn't believe them. So we have a lot of situations in regards to that as well, that is going on, that these women have nowhere to go. And, I actually have a program that I created for that as well. But I'm working on a lot of stuff right now, you guys, because I've been fighting. I've been fighting for a long time. The stuff that I've seen and I've exposed, I've been fighting a long, long, long time. Okay. Long time. I have a blog as well. Some of the stuff I reported on my blog. Even I have all kinds of stuff that I've done, to bring more awareness to things like this, so we can correct these situations. This is not to, call anybody out. This is just to correct these situations for humanity, because we're all going to live and we're all going to die. And for other human beings to be impacting other human beings for their own personal gain, is not right. Okay, no matter, what religion you are, it is not right. And we need to really focus in and try to correct this for humanity. The crimes against humanity is so large and so big and so deep. People seem like they're afraid to talk about it. And some people, we have to talk about it. And there's organizations out there that say they help, but some really don't help. But the problem is so big, that the agencies only can do so much. So that's why other people join in to try to help correct and to help who can't help themselves. Okay, because there's like I said, a lot of women, and even the LGBTQ, because I mentioned yesterday, I encountered a LGBTQ uh, gentleman, or he, she, and I was not aware that they were experiencing it either, but they were experiencing it as well. Other he, she's, trying to human traffic it, other he, she's, and rape and molest, another he, she. So, that's going on in the LGBTQ community, and it's not being discussed, so it's a big problem, across the board, that, they're also experiencing, a lot of that. So we have to be very mindful of, turning our noses up about issues like this, so we can all work together and we can all come together and to bring more awareness and create programs. And I create what I plan on doing, my program that I'm working on right now. I actually sent it to some people. You can look on my website as well. You guys need to go to my website, Cabria, um, businessservices.com. And it's Cabria, CABIRI dash business dash services.com, and take a look at some of the things that I'm doing, because I'm doing a lot, trying to do a lot, to help correct a lot of things that are going under the radar, and to help government agencies and help nonprofits and anyone out there with good souls that want to help humanity, and to save our children. because that's who's going to be impacted the most is the next generation. And us, some of us that are older, me, I'm very afraid for the next generation because they have no idea that the disaster that is going on right now, because this is what we have a humanitarian disaster across the board. So this is why I am stepping up to try to help fix these things, and some of the things that I personally experienced as well. So going forward, we can help the next generation. So what we can do, we need to put more pressure on political figures. And that was one of the things that I was aiming to do. That's why I ran for or tried to run for U.S. Congress, was chosen to run for U.S. Congress actually. And I was trying to help bring change, but my focus was homeless women. I was homeless women's advocate, and also a women's reproductive health advocate, because I was impacted by a birth control device that impacted my life. It altered my entire life to the point almost life threatening, that I wouldn't be sitting here right now, but the grace of God saved me. I had to let go of some bodily organs, but I'm still here. Okay, to talk and speak to you guys. So that's one good thing. But we really need to start putting pressure on these political, you know, people, that say they're there to help, but a lot of them get in and don't do nothing. It's from what I see. They talk really good when they're running for office, but when they get in, it's a whole nother story. Because that's a whole nother topic. A lot of arguing and fighting, bickering back and forth, and it gets done because there's so many fighting and bickering going on, and all that does is impact humanity. Okay, because there's so much arguing and bickering going on, nothing's getting done, and that's not helping humanity. It's not helping the economy. So, we need really good people in there that care about people, that have hearts and souls, okay, who care about the earth, who care about other human beings, okay, and people that are honest and sincere and not deceitful and out for self-preservation. These are the type of people that we need to come together, and maybe they can help make the changes necessary for humanity, because this is what we need right now, going forward. Also, of course, protest inequalities. Um, that's a big thing, that a lot of people have been doing, protesting inequalities. That's one way we can bring more awareness to human trafficking, and support. This is a big one here. Me, being a divorced single parent of two, support single parent mothers, okay, and the parents, and elderly as well, because they go after the elderly too. I can't forget them too. But there needs to be more programs for women. To me personally, I don't think that no woman should be on the street homeless, because they are open prey. And that's what a lot of people aren't comprehending. Any woman that is on the street, any child that is on the street, that is open prey. I guarantee, 1 out of 99% that they will be either human trafficked, molested, or raped, or and even murdered. So, that a lot of people don't understand that. So, I think there needs, and I have a program that I created as well, to house women and children. No woman or child should be homeless on the street at all. Period. because that, because of the human trafficking and the sex trafficking. They should not be put in those precarious situations for those type of things to happen to them. So they should be permanently housed immediately. No woman or child should be homeless on the street at all, period. So we really need to correct that in our society, because it's open, that they're just open prey, for whatever happens to them. So we need to correct that. Also, we need to take action when we see discrimination. Unfortunately, this is very sad. There is still a lot of discrimination in this day and age. It really is. And this goes back to what I said. You can't blame someone because of the color of their skin, the way they were born. Okay, that's just like, you know, blaming you know, a dog, okay, because they weren't born a cat. Something like that, some craziness like that, because that's what it is really craziness, because you can't blame that person. That's the way they were born. Why are you blaming that person? They're still a human being, just like you were born a human being. They were born a human being. So why are you blaming that person of the color they came out? And why are you discriminating against them because they're not the color of your skin? And when I was running for US Congress, I got this a lot. I really got this a lot. And I was amazed by, people, you know, saying this to me. They were like, "Oh, you're so intelligent." And I'm thinking to myself, "Well, yeah, thank you. But so you think all African Americans are unintelligent people?" I was kind of offended by a lot of people that said that African, oh, you're very intelligent. You're very well spoken. In every event I had, I received standing ovations. And I didn't need cue cards or anything because I always spoke from my heart. I based it upon my experiences, my education, and you know those type of things. And in my studies, research. Okay, oh, you're very intelligent. What, I'm supposed to be dumb because I'm black? Are you serious? So I'm black and Native American, actually, y'all. But I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So people look at other people as dumb, stupid, because they're not the same color. Serious? We're all human beings. Okay, our color of our skin doesn't make it, make us dumb or smart. Okay, it doesn't make it's all about, you know your education, your upbringing, your work experience, your own personal research. It's based upon that. It's based upon your color of your skin. So it just really infuriates me when people say stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm a human being just like you. Just because I'm different color than you, I'm supposed to be dumb and stupid, and you look down on me or my race because of that? That is not right. Me personally, I would never think of nothing like that. I would not look down on another race because of the color of their skin. I mean, because think of, well, they're uneducated because of the color of their skin. I would never think of nothing like that. So it goes to show you how other people really think, that, oh, because you're that color, you must be dumb. You must be uneducated. Okay, which is insanity. Okay, it's really insanity. So people, really need to go within themselves, and a lot of people need to do some serious healing. Okay, because it is, it's very sad to see that discrimination is still going on in this day and age. And as well, I mentioned this before. I grew up in the era of the 70s and 80s, and a lot of my friends were not my color. They were not my color. And we all got along. we all were friends, male and female. We actually all still are very well connected, and a lot of them were Caucasians. And we're all still well connected. We're still friends to this day. And we really can't understand. We dealt with it a little bit. Some of their parents, they were stuck back in the day, but they got over it because we were like, look, we're going to be friends regardless of what you guys think. Okay, we're still going to be friends. We didn't have a lot of discrimination. And I grew up, grew up, predominantly white neighborhood, and I was the only black in my entire elementary school. Well, me and there was another black little boy that came after me, but we didn't have any problems. So and then if we seen a foreign student, we welcomed them with open arms. Hi, 'cause they were exchange students back in my day. They were sponsored to come into the United States back in my day. So we didn't have all this discrimination going on. So I don't understand where all this stuff is coming from. All this evilness in regards to discrimination, and people looking down on other people like they're better than the next person, and we're all human beings. So I don't understand okay, why people feel this way. And I really hope a lot of people share this video, because I'm giving some great information in this video, because people need to start looking at people differently. People need to start looking at other people as human beings, okay, instead of the color of their skin. And everyone is equal. We were all born equally as babies. We all started off as infants, okay, with eyes, hands, legs. We were, God bless, those that weren't, but we were all, and they were still born human beings, regardless if they had, side effects or, some kind of birth defect or whatever. They were still a human being that was born, and you don't look down on them any different because, they're still a human being, all born human beings. And so I really can't understand why people think that, and they were born different colors because, th- whoever the higher powers wanted people to look different. The higher powers wanted people to have different skin colors, different eyes, different, just difference, okay, different hair, that they wanted people to be different. They didn't want people to look the same. So this is why everybody looks different, but they're all human beings. It's all the same thing. So, people really need to start addressing this. They really do. Okay, and this is why human rights is so important. It is so important in this day and age because we're all human beings. So, I could go on and on. Okay. And then we need to support economic rights. Um, there's a lot of economical disparities as well. We know that. We know that from the human trafficking. 40% black and 63% Hispanic. That's large numbers, okay, of sex trafficking and free labor, basically. Okay, because labor trafficking is basically free labor. That's just slavery. Okay, so a lot of Hispanics are being sold into slavery, basically, working for pennies on the dollar. Okay, and the sex trafficking, in regards to blacks, that means that blacks are being taken and used as human sex toys, basically is what it is. So we really need to really focus on these economical and these human rights in regards to human trafficking. And we need to start bringing more awareness to this, because a lot of people are just ignoring this subject and ignoring this topic because there's so much going on, and especially with I'm just going to say it, that I've done a lot of research on it too. Okay, this pedophilia, and how they're harming these children. These are, what do you call them, pedophiles. Okay, remember, and I know when we were growing up, everybody knew who the pedophile was in our neighborhood, okay, who targeted children. And now it seems like it's a big business and it's okay because there's powerful people doing it, so it's okay. No, it is not. No, it is not. They need to be held accountable too. We have to save the children. We have to save women. We have to save this LGBTQ community that is being human trafficked as well. We need to do more. We need to bring more awareness because I'm telling you, if we don't address this, the next generation, this whole country may be destroyed and all around the world. The whole world may be destroyed if we don't start doing something about these things that I've been discussing. Okay, because they're here, they're prevalent, and it's happening right now, here and now. So, this is why I am doing my part to bring more awareness to human rights and human trafficking. And with that said, everyone, stay tuned for my next series tomorrow. We're going to be digging in a little more. And thank everybody for watching. Humanitarian Transformation Network by Candace. And please like, share, and subscribe because I have a lot of things that I'm going to be doing um, with Humanitarian Transformation Network. I'm actually working with some people now. We are bringing spirituality into it as well. Um, and we actually are going to be having a big event in Costa Rica. So if you guys would like to participate and join us in Costa Rica, I think it's in December. I'll put it in the description box below. So you guys, if you want to join us, by all means, you can do that because we're bringing in the spirituality uh, portion of the help humanity because that's part of it. And we are connecting all around the world, which is a beautiful thing. There's so many beautiful souls that I have met that we are all coming together to help heal humanity. But we need a lot more. So if you're interested, please reach out to me. I would greatly appreciate it. And thank everybody for watching and have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed evening or day wherever you reside. Thanks. And please like, share, and subscribe.